understand it. So I think sometimes people don't always understand. It's not easy for agencies. You know, we've got to push the envelope when a lot of people might not understand it and get it. It's always a risk. So you know, I think people should be rewarded for being brave.
If you had to do another pro bono, something that would make a real difference, have you got anything that's burning kind of?
There's something we're working on at the moment, but I can't really say what it is yet until we know it's going to happen.
That's also going to make a big difference?
I think it will, yeah. Yeah, I mean, what I'm trying to do is, I've got a thing where we look at South African problems. So we have a young blood program within the agency. And what we do is we almost identify what the biggest issues are, like xenophobia. So, and we have think tanks where we say, well, what could you do? What is the potential? Because you almost have to start there. And so, well, what is the potential to do something that would change things? And I think in a country like South Africa, it would be naive to think that an agency doesn't have some responsibility if it has the ability to communicate. And that's why
as an industry.
Yeah, I understand what people's reservations are about awards and things, but I'm saying that our process should be, can we help people, can we make a difference? Then, you know, we can talk about the rest later. For an agency, solar powered billboard, I mean, that network did, or, you know, Zimbabwe, it made people aware.
You know, it was a beautiful campaign. It was that Rock for AIDS that the Joe Public award for. Yeah. And it sort of got lost last night. And it's such an incredible initiative. I had another look at this morning.
Yeah, I don't know. I think last night was, you know, it was a tough night. It was quite a, like, it was, obviously the judging was, I'd say, was fairly strict last night. And there's a lot of bronzes and silvers and things like that. But maybe that's also a good thing, you know, because I think standard-wise, we've got to elevate the lyrics as well.
Do you think that the big agencies, the traditional sort of dodgier agencies, are threatened by all this incredible, fresh work that's coming through? These guys have got their finger on the pulse of the, you know, all the new media, plus they've got all the cameras and the energy. Do you think they're a threat to bigger agencies?
You know what, I think big agencies, when they're done right, are bits of Lego, and you can build whatever you want to build. You know, with a big agency. Small agency is a specific piece of Lego. And I think going forward, new media is about connecting things. So at the moment you've got small agencies that are very good at showing how you can connect things, but at the end you still need a certain amount of scale to do that. And I think what you might find in the future is a lot of collaborations and things like that. So yeah, it doesn't scare me. It might scare a very traditional agency, but I think we're constantly looking at the same things. I don't think they see stuff that we don't see. I think it's just a question of, you know, maybe we're bigger, so it takes more time to set things up. And I think in the future, if you look at agencies like Droga 5, it's just connecting.
So you must be absolutely exhausted. I'm going to ask you one last question. Would you ever, do you think, you can imagine doing a campaign, time comes to you, says we need to do this, and you start with a website?
Yes. Yeah, I think that's, yes, absolutely.
So you don't start with a traditional...
Well, we don't. We don't. We look at the problem. What I try to do is say, what's your problem? What's your challenge? What are you trying to do? I think it's very difficult to solve problems if you are that media biased. As I was saying, I can see a day where TV drives you to a website, and that'll be its role. You know, so I think it might become a support medium one day. No, I know a few people were a little bit edgy when I said that, but I believe that. I believe that if you're not getting people to participate with your brand, or respond, or converse, in the future, I think you'll have a limited shelf life, because I think. TV and these things are very good at conveying information in an emotional way, but I think more and more we want people to do things. If you look at the Great Schlep that Joe did with Sarah Silverman for the Obama campaign, he got thousands and thousands of New York Jews to go and speak to their bobbers in Miami to get them to vote for Obama because they were going to vote for McCain. Now, he did that. So if people are doing stuff, because I think now brands are about, Or a brand is the sum of your experiences. So it's not the sum of your information or the sum of, you know, sort of your product. It's the sum of your experiences. You know, great TV ad, bad call center, bad brand. So more and more, I think it's about giving people experiences, and I think it's about playing a role in their lives where they talk about it at the water cooler. The talkability thing, which has always been the gold standard of advertising, has become so much more important. And as I said, it's not about interrupting what people are interested in. It's about being what people are interested in. And for me, that is one of the biggest shifts in advertising in the last 100 years. I don't know if you can interrupt anyone. And if you can't interrupt, I think it makes a massive question about what advertising is. So there's a lot of TV ads, Cadbury's Gorilla, for example, that look like content or films or virals. And the reason they're doing that is so that it doesn't look like an ad. So, you know, Chris did that cheetah ad for Volkswagen. It looks like a documentary. Because people don't necessarily want to look at ads. They want experience. It's a shift.